got it going. Cool. Yeah. So in theory, we should be doing all right. Yeah, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. Are we actually live? We are. Look at that. Hey, look at that. Love to see it. Okay. So, just going to make sure everything's going alright. I think we're doing okay so far. I'm gonna click over to live and just make sure that everything is capturing correctly. Sorry, I'm on my phone as well, just to make sure. Nobody's watching, so I don't know who I'm talking to, but, like, it makes me feel better, so it's fine. Wow, the lag is... Ooh, boy, that's bad. What? There we go. Cool. Okay, so we're all set. So yeah, so designing the little, magic-themed caravan. I'm gonna be honest, this started as, during our D&D game. During my past D&D game this past week, we had some RP sessions with essentially, I think she's a sorceress, and her husband, who had this magic caravan. It was just the coolest thing. I don't really think that this is what her caravan looked like, but I was deeply inspired by my DM to make this. And I just decided, hey, I feel like making a caravan where you can sit, have some tea, and make some potions, and that's the entire purpose of it. It makes going to the bathroom awkward because there isn't one, but you know, we deal. I don't think this is like a full-time living situation, you know what I mean? I think that this is how you travel. It's like a car. There's no bathroom in a car. It's not really like a caravan. I think they have to stop at places because they're stopping to sell their goods and wares anyways. You know what I mean? I guess I could add like a magic shower. That could be a thing. Do I want to add a magic shower to this? Because right now it is very... This is the only thing... I don't know. Should I add a magic shower? And a magic toilet? I don't know. I kind of like the idea of it just being like a workstation. I like that. I think it's neat. I just think it's neat. We do need a little thing here, though. Actually, attaching to creatures. Up a bit. Yeah, there we go. You won't see this as I get to the final render, but if I do different angle shots, I would like to have that all set up. Just so I have an idea of, okay, there's like a little seat here, there's a little thing here. Make sure that's actually going to my vanishing point. Oh man, some of this, I am definitely going to have to adjust some of this sketch, because some of these lines are not going to the vanishing point, and it's starting to hurt my brain a little, and I don't like it when I do that to myself. Here, so this guy needs to be a little more round. Just so you know, if anybody is watching, which, no, there's nobody, but, I'm looking at chat on my phone, so I might not see anything. Actually, I'm gonna tag that up real fast. Hello, if you're watching. Hello, if you're watching live. It's Sunday. It's like 1 p.m. There's nobody that's watching this. This is like the worst time to stream, but I felt like streaming, so here we are. So whatever, you know what I mean? If you are watching, I have my chat on my phone, so I may not see your messages, may not see your message, but I appreciate you being here. But I appreciate you being here. Oh man. Hey! After a decade or so, LMAO, yeah. Dude, I really need to stream. Hi, welcome! Happy to have you in the stream. Yeah, sorry it's been so long. We've been having some issues with our internet, and that may cause me only to be streaming for an hour, but we're here now, and that's what matters. Thank you for stopping by, I appreciate it. How you doing? Anything new and exciting in your life? Alright, let's see. I think I should probably divide this floor a bit more, because this looks like a bit too thick for the floorboards I'm thinking of. I think it'd probably be better to have a base. I'll try here. Vanishing point. Where is my vanishing point? Ooh, that's bad. That's real bad. Hold on, I need to fix that immediately. 'Cause that's going back there, so it needs to be a little more angled, like so. I'm gonna say your name wrong, and I apologize. Swapnish Ganguly? I'm sure I butchered that, and I am deeply sorry. Let's see. Also, there are just, like, dogs running around outside and above me currently. Don't know how much of that you can hear, but, you know, they're just having a grand old time, so we're gonna let them do their thing, and I can hope that one day I'll have enough money to actually get, like, a soundproofing area in my little apartment, which would be great. Okay, how's that looking on the vanishing point? That's still so rough. How did I do this so wrong? Hold up. We gotta fix that. Yeah, because the vanishing point's there, so it should be here. Why is this edge not where it's supposed to be? Like a foolhardy fool, I didn't follow my vanishing point. Okay. That's a good art lesson. Always set up your vanishing points. They help so much when you're making your stuff in perspective. Or even just making stuff like this. It just helps it feel more grounded than any other. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up a reference pic real fast. I don't know if it pulls up... I think Streamlabs doesn't show you when I pull up reference pictures, which is kind of nice because then you don't see my just garbage naming system. But yes, always use reference pictures. And use vanishing points. That's what... those are the two lessons of today's stream. Okay, so that wheel looks fine, based on the reference that I have. Hey, come on. Photoshop, there we go. So that's looking better. Alright, so this is... I think that's pretty good for the rough sketch. I'll probably leave my vanishing point and perspective lines kind of in the background. Hey, yeah! I appreciate you stopping by when you did, and I'll have the recording up for you. Thanks again. I appreciate you stopping in. Alright. So let's see. So... I'm probably gonna leave the perspective lines on just for giggles and shenanigans, so it's a little easier to see. Do you guys like... Sorry, guys. I'll try to use gender neutral, because I'm gender neutral, so... Do you viewers like when I have commentary, or do you prefer me being silent and just let the music take over? Because I will talk your ear off until the end of eternity if you let me on streams. Which is weird because I'm actually very quiet in person. Don't know why that is, but whatever. But yeah, just in the comments of this video or live stream or however you're engaging in my content, let me know if you prefer me to be talking while I'm working or if you prefer like just the music. Because if you prefer just the music, like I will unplug my microphone and just let it be how it is. Okay. Yeah, so I'm definitely liking having the floorboards broken up because those were thick floorboards before this point. And it means that I can also variegate this a little more and change it up. Times like this, I wish I was better at Clip Studio Paint just because they have a perspective ruler, and that would make doing these floorboards so much better. But at the same time, I feel like I haven't practiced doing this in a while, and it's always good to practice your perspective, so always nice to keep moving forward with your art. Regardless of what stage you're at, you can always learn more. There's always more that you could try, new techniques you can use. Oh, exciting news. I have a job. I have an art job. I'm going to be a professor, which is insane to me. I'm so excited. I'm absolutely honored to be teaching with the school that I'm teaching with, because they're a great school. I wasn't their first choice for the job, and that was kind of very clearly like, they didn't like flat out say it, but the fact that they hired me 3 days before the paperwork was due kind of let me know I wasn't their first choice, but I'm still over the moon to be teaching with them. I'm so excited. I'm going to starting... Technically, that's actually one of the reasons why I'm streaming today, is because I'm nervous. We're having our first meeting tomorrow. It's really more like of a general orientation type of thing, but... Oh boy, I'm paranoid that, like, it's the imposter syndrome that's in me, that they're just going to, like, take away their job offer as soon as they meet me in any capacity other than the interview that I did. And that just... I don't like thinking like that, and I don't want to be wallowing in my own self-pity for the rest of the day, so hey, let's stream some art while we design a fun magic caravan, because why not? Because why not? You know? Just, why not? Why not? Okay. There. So right now, I'm doing the transversal lines. Why am I talking about gibberish? Never mind. I don't know why I'm doing nomenclature in the middle of my speed draw. I am planning on turning this into a speed draw if YouTube will let me download the video, which I'm hoping it will, but if any of the songs on this playlist I have are not copyright free, then they'll just not let me download it, and then I can't upload a recording anymore. I don't know, I think Streamlabs should immediately have the recording. I thought that was something that they did, but that might be like a different widget that I need to engage while I'm streaming. I'm not 1000% sure on that, but whatevs. So right now I'm just kind of darkening aspects of the sketch so it's a little more clear when I go into the line art. Here, let me pull this down in. Get there. Okay. Yeah, so I'm nervous about tomorrow. I'm fighting imposter syndrome so hard today. It's just like, I have the job. I know that I'm going to be teaching in a month, but I just keep feeling like, oh, they're going to get to know me and then find somebody else, and it's just, I don't like feeling like this because I know I need to take, I, I'm serious about having the job, and I'm so excited to be teaching, but I just keep having that feeling of they're gonna take this away from you immediately, and whoo boy, it's not fun. It's not fun. You could have probably guessed, without me rambling about it, that I'm not having a good time thinking about this in this way, but whatever. We're drawing magic caravans. That's what matters. Yeah. So, get that in there. Let's see. I think I'm okay to move on to start doing the line work. I'll probably start at the back and then move my way forward. Although it might be a better idea to work big and then start doing the details, just to make sure that everything's still following the perspective lines I already have. Yeah, because that looks pretty good. I like that. I like how the floor's looking. I am planning on adding some more like dangly bits and like details in, but I didn't want to get too bogged down with that in the early sketching stages, so we can start doing that now. Bring you up, bring it down a little bit though. Yeah, that's what we like to see. Okay. Alrighty. Wait, I'm a size 9 brush right now? Ooh boy. Ooh boy, I might need to make this file bigger. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, because if I'm planning on doing small details, what's a 1 look like right now? Let's see. Oh yeah, that's bad. That's real bad. Okay, we're going to delete that layer. Shaboop. We're going to bring this up. Let's put it at 4. How's 4 looking? Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I don't want to get too bogged down with my lines. So yeah, we'll stick with that for now. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit though. I lied. Okay. So since these are on the edge of this, and they are going to be on the exterior of the cart, the caravan, I'm gonna add a little more wear and tear to this area than before, like so. I don't know what the protocol is for telling students that I do live stream arts, because, like, it is part of my career, I guess, doing live stream. Well, no, I've never been paid to do a live stream. Well, I don't know. It's one of the big things that was harped on during my orientation for teaching, or at least the first part of it was, like, being innovative. And I think that, I don't know if streaming is seen as like an actual artistic pursuit at the higher levels, but it really should be, because it's just another way to do your art, and it's a great way to do it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking about it too much. Like, I'm thinking about these lines too much. Hold on, I might just do... Yeah. Do a little that action, just so we can start. It would be better if I just did like a pen tool thing. Hold on. No, I don't want to shape. Path. It's been a while since I've used the pen tool. Okay. And how does that look when we're not in the pen tool? Ugh, and now it's still selected. Why though? Oh boy. Can I just do select? It's not. Why are you still glowing? What is happening? Oh, it's just gone now. No, it's back. Hold on. Why are the anchor points still there? What is this nonsense? I can't even select it. Oh boy. Computer, you're having some issues, huh, bud? Can we just boop? Okay. Well, we're not doing that again. That was weird. Because even when it's a path, the anchor point shouldn't stay there. Don't like that. My computer didn't like that so much. Okay, no, we're moving on. Just gonna draw it by hand. That's fine. It's fine. This is fine. I know that there is a technique to use the Photoshop path tool to establish a vanishing point. I haven't used it yet, so I'm not totally familiar. That might be something that I need to look into just so I know how to do it, because I think that would be a nice tool to have. Because Photoshop, unlike Clip Studio Paint, doesn't have something specifically designed for perspective points, as far as I'm aware. But the Clip Studio Paint one is just, oh, it's so nice. Although typically I use it for laying out perspectives, but I don't use it when I'm actually drawing things in perspective, just because it tends to snap to the wrong vanishing point if I'm doing anything above 1 point perspective. So I just prefer to kind of draw it in by hand. And I think that goes back to like how I was taught how to do perspective. The hallway drawings. Everyone has to do the hallway drawings. It is a rite of passage. If you are getting an art degree, or if you're even learning about art, you have to do the hallway drawings. It's just how it goes. So on the transversal line, I'm going to pull that up a little more. Because the transversal lines are the lines that don't follow the vanishing point. And in the case of 1 point perspective, you get a lot of those. But like 2 points perspective, no, you don't. Everything follows the vanishing point past 1 point perspective. Kind of. 4 point perspective gets weird. It's, oh god, 4 point perspective is... 4 point perspective is one of those things that, like, I understand why it exists, I understand the use of it, but I can't get my head around it. It's that fisheye lens kind of look. It's the, I don't know a better way of describing this. It's the Legend of Vox Machina close-up of Percy look. Like, that's what the 4 point perspective is. It adds drama, but I have tried, and it doesn't work. For me, at least. Like, if you can do it, like, Mazel Tov, I guess. Mazel Tov means congratulations, doesn't it? I hope? I should probably look that up before I use it in casual conversation. But anyway, let's see. That's good on the vanishing point, yeah? Let me go check. Nope, wrong one. Vanishing point back there, yes, that should be good. You over here. Okay. Like I said, I'm not planning on getting too into details at this stage, because I tend to do that, and then I burn myself out before I can get into the super detailed stuff. So we're just going to take it nice and slow, and hope for the best. Okay. Alright, so I'm saying that this plank is attached inwards like this, but that there's a distinct actual plank there. But if it's coming into this plank here and they're attached somehow, like a dowel in the center, then I can bring this line in past the door a little bit. Like so. Okay. That. Take this out. Let me make this a bit thinner here. Okay. Oh man, okay. So that one should be good for the vanishing point. Follow that back. And then just right across there. Now, that might create a little bit of a tangent. I'm gonna move this back a little. I'm gonna change the transversal line. So, like, I'll put it here. Nope, eraser. Put it like here. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Let me adjust this a bit. These boards are pretty thick, admittedly, looking at them, but I don't know, I like thick boards. I think they're nice. And I think the idea is that this is a caravan that probably wasn't built by expert hands. It was built kind of on the fly, and it's been added to as the years have gone on. Because the creature, person, whatever that owns this caravan has magic, so I think that they're kind of more focused on upgrading it magically than actually making it a functional piece of thing. So like they see thick boards and they're like, yeah, alright, that's fine, that feels fine. Let's just keep doing that. Put you there, because I like that one that's there, and you there. Excellent. Good. Good. Let the hate flow through you. That's a Star Wars reference for any of you kids out there that might not know that that's Palpatine. That is so bizarre to think about, that there are people that are almost adults that probably have no frame of reference for Emperor Palpatine, aside from the newest Disney, and that one bugs me. If you couldn't tell by the noise of unpleasure I made. Unpleasure? Displeasure. My goodness. Okay, so I've got a line here. Although, since the table's going... Well, the table's sitting kind of there. It should be okay. I'll do a small one here. Why not? It's going to be covered by pillows anyways. I don't know why I'm drawing the individual floorboards. Most of this is going to be covered by stuff that's just sitting around on the floor. But, you know, if you're watching this VOD, or if you're watching this speed painting, you'll know. And that makes me happy. And I hope it makes you happy too. Alright, let's put them there. I've got one there, but I kind of like one to break up these two a bit. And we'll put one right there. Perfect. There we go. Bring this one back. So currently we've got a Spotify playlist on that claims that it's copyright-free medieval works. And I hope that it is, but the majority of the songs that I saw were by Adrian Von Jaeger, and if you're not subscribed to them, you should absolutely do it. I love their music. It's all this kind of... It's all, like, copyright-free medieval sounds. I don't know how else to explain it, but, like, they've just got so much cool stuff. It's just good. It's just good. If you like the music, check them out, please. This is your recommendation from your local goblin. Or harpy, I guess, now. Yeah, since my channel art has changed. Actually, my channel art hasn't changed. It's only the one Builders Guild video, and I still haven't made the other Builders Guild videos that I meant to. I've been having some issues. But we are still here. We're still doing it. Yeah. Actually, this is, this caravan, while it was inspired by my last Dungeons & Dragons session, it is for my second Builders Guild book. So the second book is going to be the main invention guide, and essentially that's laying out all of like different types of inventions that you can have, because I realized with people that were playtesting it and people that are like planning on doing deeper games is that not everybody has an idea of what they want their character to create in games. So I'm laying out like different objects, different spells, different fighting moves that you can use. Also, if you didn't know, I have a tabletop role-playing game called Builders Guild. It's on DriveThruRPG. But anyways, one of the main mechanics of my game is something called the main invention. And the main invention is essentially what your character creates in their world. And that can be a magic spell, that can be a fighting technique, that can be a weapon, that could be a very nicely made chair, it can be a recipe that gives you extra bonuses. Like, it's all this different kind of stuff that you can be whatever. But listening to people try to set up their characters, not everybody has played enough like tabletop role-playing games or played enough just general games where you have to create something, and so they don't have an idea for what they want to make over on the top of their head. And I don't have that issue, so I thought that it would be a good idea to make the second book geared towards items that you could use as your main invention. So that way it's just easier for new players who might not immediately know what they want to make, at least give them ideas, or if they just want something pre-built so they can just join in the game. That's totally fine too. I just wanted to make sure that everybody who is playing is having the most fun possible, because that's all that I really want. I just want people to have fun playing my game, and I hope that people do. I really do. I, for one, really hope that I have time to play at some point. I got an offer to play in a campaign, actually, that they're using my system for. Don't know how much they're going to actually play of it. I think they're planning on doing a full campaign, but they offered to let me play in it, and I really, really wanted to. I really, really wanted to. But again, job, and also trying to make another book, and also trying to do other freelance projects on top of that, and also maybe helping develop curriculum for a completely different school. So, you know, I'm feeling a little bit of the stress, a little bit of the panic, you know what I mean? But we deal. But yeah, my friend over at Anomonium Games, oh my god, I don't know how to spell it. They will put it in the description. They're planning on doing a campaign, or at the very least a few sessions. I don't know if they're planning on doing by the sounds of it, they're planning on doing a full campaign, which is just so cool. It's just so cool. I will most likely do an announcement video when they start putting up VODs, just so y'all can know, and you can see my game being played by real people. Or, I think they're real people. They could be cryptids, they could be gods, I don't know. I don't know how godhood works. Maybe gods just like playing tabletop role-playing games. I still love the idea of, like, cryptids and all those things. Instead of playing Dungeons & Dragons, they play like moms and minibands, it just fills my heart with glee. I enjoy it so. Alrighty. There was a thread to that conversation that I was having with myself. The thread of that was my game. My beautiful tabletop role-playing game. I say beautiful, I really mean it's serviceable. I would appreciate if you check it out. It is on Pay What You Want on DriveThruRPG, so you don't have to actually pay me any money if you can't right now, but every download really does help, because it just helps like the algorithms of the site say, hey, let's recommend this to other folks. But I wanted to put it on Pay What You Want, number one, because there are significantly better games that are on Pay What You Want that have been like fully edited and and more work has been put into my game, and it felt wrong to charge for something that I made completely by myself, so I decided not to. However, I'm probably going to charge for the supplementary stuff. Also, I really just want people to play my game, and I want to hear the stories that they come up with, and the characters that they make, and their main inventions, because I just love hearing that stuff. I love hearing about the worlds that people create, and if I helped inspire those worlds with my game, I love it. I love it so much. Please, if you check it out and you're playing and you have characters and you have stories, feel free to send them my way, either on Twitter, on here, any social media. I just get so pumped. I get so pumped just hearing people create stuff based on something that I made, and I love it. It feeds my soul. So if you'd like to feed my soul with your stories, head on over to my Twitter, I guess. I think that's where that thought was going. I don't know. It's fine. I'm losing my mind, but it's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. The vibes today are chaos. I knew I was having chaos brain, but this is a lot for me. I'm usually more filled with decorum. Well, no, maybe not. Maybe decorum isn't the correct word, but I usually have a better handle on my chaos than this, especially when I'm streaming, but nah, we're having a time, aren't we today, brain? That's fine, we'll figure it out, but wow. I was also thinking about starting a Patreon if I get back into a regular upload schedule. Again, with the job, it's going to be a little difficult, but I think once I have a working schedule that is an actual schedule and not just we need you to come in when we need you to come in from the other jobs that I've had, but the fact that I'm only teaching from X time to X time on these days with maybe some meetings in there, I think that'll help establish a bit more of a time frame, so that way I can actually maybe do like an upload schedule and maybe actually stream not every once in 10 years. Alright, let's see. Alrighty. Save. That. So I think I should probably finish up the wheels first. Boy howdy, do I not like doing wheels in perspective. They are the bane of my existence, but we deal. And so this guy is going to be like here, and that is a major tangent I just made. Hold on a second. Let's pull that out a little bit. Oh boy, that's bad. That's all bad. Hold on. I might work from the inside out for this one. Because where that spoke doesn't look right at all, actually, now that I'm looking at it. Because the actual vanishing point is down here. So, here, I might go back to the sketch layer real fast. Vanishing point, so we're going to do this action, this action, transversal lines. That's how we do hydrate. Agua. Ah, good stuff. Okay. Let's go back like that. Let's see if I got it right. Oh, I forgot. I was on the sketch layer. I thought I was on a different layer. My bad. My bad. Doggo? Or was that a child? I can't tell the difference between children and dogs. It's gotten that bad. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so we do like here. This down a little bit, like so. I'm not doing those spokes in perspective. That's why they look so jank. Okay, hold on. I'm most likely going to spend just so much time agonizing over this wheel, and I already don't like that. Oh well. So, I'm actually going to draw one of the spokes in perspective first. Bring that like that. Yeah. It was a very ominous song to come on while I was saying yes. I feel like I should be twirling my cape as the protagonist walks into my lair. Yes, you foolish child. You think you can defeat me? Gods bow before me. Very vampire-esque vibes, I'd say. Like, this feels like a Dracula's Cave song. Hold on, I'm gonna see what the title of the song is. I don't even know what that word is. Never mind. And I'm not going to attempt to say it. Oh, this definitely feels like final boss vibes. Ooh. Is that all you've got, little hero? Then come at me. You don't stand a chance. Huh. I've had mosquito bites worse than that. What? Am I making you angry? Such a pity. You haven't even seen my final form. I have fun. I entertain myself at the very least, and that's better than nothing, I guess. I'm most likely gonna futz with this wheel more later, but for now, I'm gonna call it good, or else I'm going to be just drawing nothing but this wheel for the next 3 hours. And I don't really want to do that, so here we go. Here, I'm actually gonna draw. So I'm saying that that's there, right? So that'll be. It would have been so much easier if I just made these square. Why didn't I just make them square? They're square. Are there square, like, I don't know what that's called, supports in the center of wheels? I'm sure there are. Like, they can't all just be round. Like, I don't know, actually. Because I feel like it'd be significantly easier to have, like, stronger spokes in a square center? I don't know. I could just be crazy. I am just crazy. It's fine. We deal. Whoop, hey, get out of here. Okay. Yes, it's kind of an angle. Looking down on it a little bit because of the perspective. So, you up. For those that have watched my other concept art video with the hanging garden building, I did use a very similar process for figuring out the general shape of this guy. So I started with my perspective, then built a box in that perspective, and then started doing the rough sketch to get a sense of, like, okay, what do I want the shape to be and all that stuff. Just so you know that, like, my general process still stays the same. Like, I'll show you, like, here. So I started with my perspective lines coming out and through, and then I had this box shape that I kind of built on top of instead of going into, which when you're starting out I don't recommend doing, just because things start to get real jank real fast, but once you get used to using it and you're comfortable, I'd say that's okay. Again though, I am still learning how to use it. Like I said, you can always be learning how to do things as an artist. So that's just the method that works best for me at this point, but don't get frustrated if it doesn't work for you, is what I'm saying. I don't know why I randomly brought that up, but yeah, whatever. Okay, so the way that we're at now, that spoke doesn't make any sense, because the actual center of the wheel is actually going to be like here. So it's going to be like that. So, going back like this, and then you wouldn't really see the edge. Like there, okay. Alrighty. Oops. This wheel is all kinds of messed up. What am I doing? That's not how spokes work. Come on, undo button. There we go. Control Z still remains to be my favorite command. Or Control Alt Z, I guess, for Photoshop. For Photoshop on a non-Mac. I can't believe I'm almost at 500 subscribers. That's insane to think about. I can't. I'm almost halfway there to being able to monetize my videos. Woo! Man, I remember back in my day, you could just upload and they just put on ads, and that was fine. When I was a youngin', I'll tell you what. I do think it is better, just because it's nice to get ads that are actually somewhat related to the content that I'm watching. Like, I know that's, like, probably not a healthy mindset to have, because corporations are corrupting my soul, but, you know, I'm really glad I'm not getting erectile dysfunction ads on my clips of Critical Role. Like, that's a nice change of pace. I like having the D&D Beyond ad pop up when I'm watching Critical Role stuff. Like, that's nice. That feels good. And yes, I use D&D Beyond. It's amazing. Oh, sorry, stretching. Oh. It's just so easy to keep everything on track with all of my character stuff, and just when I get bored or sad or I just need a stress release, I'll just build a character in D&D Beyond and then call it good. It's great. I'm currently playing a Triton Warlock, and I love her to death. Her name is Ashlyn. She's fantastic. The best part about it is she wasn't always a Triton. She was originally a Tiefling who got reincarnated because she died during one of her adventures, and so now is a Triton. But the best part is that she is running from the law of one of the countries, so now she can just kind of start anew, and it's fantastic. Except she's still traveling with the same people, kind of the same people. That one's a bit of a story. That might actually be my next animatic series after I do more of Builder's Guild stuff, is doing animatics of some of the adventures last. It's difficult for me because I'm not sure if I would do it in, like, the actual timeline, mostly because my first character of that campaign was a changeling artificer, and he still remains to be my favorite. I loved playing him. He was great, but he died saving his friends, and that makes me sad. But also, yeah, that's actually my example of character choice versus player choice, because as a player, I had a plan to get out of there. I knew how I was going to save my skin, but the character was never going to abandon his friends like that, and because of his sacrifice, it did help them survive quite a bit. Because, okay, so what happened was we were on an airship, and the airship was attacked by a storm and by a bunch of shade monsters, and so essentially the ship is going down. It's hurtling towards the ground, and after many failed saves, is careening towards the ground. So most of the party is still trying to get off of the ship, is still trying to find find flying ways of getting off the ship without getting hurt. But the problem is that with how close they all are to the ship itself, means that they're going to get caught in the explosion. So my character is at the helm of the ship. It is trying to lift this thing back up, but it's heading towards the ground. He knows it. Everybody knows it at this point. There's no pulling out of it at this juncture. And so it became a question of, does he fly away and take no damage from the explosion, or does he keep trying to steer the boat away from his friends? And he chose keeping the boat away from his friends, because he didn't want them to die in a fire explosion, because he had been flying on airships long enough to know that with how close they weren't going to get out unscathed. Like, there was going to be some serious damage that happened to his group. And, like, me as a player, I didn't want to let my fellow player's character die, but at the same time it felt like, okay, you guys kind of have an idea of what you're doing, I can get out of here. But then, no, my character was not going to let his friends even get singed by the explosion of the airship, so he went down with the ship, and it was sad. And I loved that character so much, though. He was the dad of the group, and he was funny. I enjoyed him. The problem, however, though, is that my new character also became the mom of the group. She should not be the group mom. She should not be the one in charge of making decisions, but she is, and whoo boy, are they making mistakes trusting her in this way, because boy howdy has she done some stuff. But again, our group name is the Chaos Children, so if that gives you any indication of what we get up to, you know, we're pretty bad. We're pretty bad. And so having a chaos just fueled individual be the responsible one of the group is honestly kind of fitting for us. It does get to be a lot sometimes, though, I will admit. Not just playing, like, the group mom, but also trying to wrangle them all into doing plot stuff is a lot. And that's more of stuff that I like to do as a player, because I love learning about lore of places. I absolutely adore it. I adore it in any media. I adore it in the stuff that I join in. I enjoy making lore, so having an opportunity to, like, watch the DM flex, like, yes, this is what I am creating. It's just, it's so good. But trying to get the Chaos Children to follow the threads that we have been given and not go off and burn down a town, which was an argument I actually had with one of our player characters. We were just walking up on a town, and he was like, hey, I'm gonna burn down the crops of this place. Like, no, you're not. Please don't. I beg of you, we're not even in the town proper and you're already causing mischief. Can we just go have a drink? I had to actually counterspell them to keep them from burning down the crops of a village, and that was a lot for me. That was a lot. Cause, like, I get playing how you want to play, and that's how that player wants to play. They want to be chaos fueled, but it gets to be a lot sometimes when we have to run from literally every single town that we go to. Like, the only town that we have not had to run out of is the town that we started in. And that was only because we were there on a diplomatic mission. And it's just, that gets to be a lot after a year of playing. Like, every single session is, we cause chaos, we now have to run from this town. I'd like one town where we could go and have a drink and buy supplies and not be hunted down by the local militia. It sounds nice, doesn't it? Am I the asshole for that? I don't think I am. I could be, though. And again, it is just a different playstyle, so I have to deal with it. I do still love playing with them, so it's not that big of a deal. It's just, it's exhausting sometimes. There are some weeks that I just can't play. Like, I'm dealing with too much life stuff that I can't physically see myself being able to play in the game. That hasn't happened a lot. It's happened a few times where my mental health was just, I can't be the one to wrangle in the Chaos Children this week. I'm gonna let them do their own thing. And actually, one of the times that I did that, where, like, I couldn't play, I think it might have been actually school stuff at that point, but, like, I couldn't play, and I wasn't there to wrangle in the Chaos Children. One of them pissed off a god, and then the rest of them got one of our other players killed in a tidal wave. And it's just... Chaos Children, like, really? Like, really? Do we have to? Do we have to? Can we just have one adventure that doesn't go pear-shaped immediately? I don't know. It's a lot. Again, I'm still having fun for the most part. It's just every now and again, it's like, I don't want to be the responsible one anymore. I was never meant to be the responsible one. I'm a lesbian airship pirate. Like, just let me kiss my girlfriend and cause some chaos in my own way. But nah, we gotta get the Chaos Children to end a war. Yeah, oh well. I'm gonna switch up the music a bit. It's a little too dramatic for what I want. Copyright free. Lo-fi. Stream beats, I think, got taken down the last time that I tried doing this playlist. Sorry, let me. Albums. Playlist, here we go. This is what it sounds like. That's an option, that's an option. Whoa, hey, seriously? I feel like if you're making a playlist that specifically says copyright free for Twitch, you would know that you can't put songs that have swearing in it. Am I the weird one for that? Alright. This one's nice. Got some good electro swing vibes. Let's give it a shot. Agua. Kind of imagine this as like a vent type of deal for the cauldron that I'm going to be drawing down here. So it's essentially, I keep saying essentially a lot. It's like a chimney, but for the cauldron. Almost like that kitchen fan that you have above your oven. It's not constantly running, but it's just there in case you need it, you know? Just to get some of that smoke out of the small little caravan that you're working in.
in a greatly simplified form, we have the four elements needed in every timepiece: a source of energy or power, a means of transmitting power, a dial to record the flow of power, and a way to control the power.
Okay. Sorry, stretching.
Here, in a greatly simplified
Drink out of my
form,
back.
we have the four
Oh,
elements
some
needed
mold.
in every timepiece.
How long have I been streaming? Like an hour and a half? About. Oh. I might need to stretch here soon. Like, actually walk around for a little bit. Because my artistic process has gotten less stationary recently. I tend to get up and pace for a little bit. Getting into it. It does help. It makes streaming a little bit difficult. Because it's usually at like the hour and a half mark that I'll like get up and walk around a little bit. And then get back into the piece. Or like take a little brain break. Which is good to do, just to step away from your art too and just give it a second to breathe, then come back to it. The problem is that I've been getting distracted doing that, and then I don't come back to the piece. And that's bad. That's a bad thing to do.
You guys want to hear something? That depends on what it is. Oh, this is still got the key.
adjust that because it's kind of coming in a tangent. Hold on a sec. Sorry about that. Okay. Definitely going to have to fix that bottom edge here in a second, because that is creating a major tangent with my little spout, but we will fix that. Bring this down a bit more. I just kind of like having a little band right there. It's nice. And then the band creates another tangent. Wow! Should have seen that coming. This window is giving me a lot of sass.
Just what do you expect after 25 years? Come on in. Come on in. Let's go home.
It's a good playlist. Like the electro swing kind of vibes. Very Caravan Palace, that kind of mood. We love to see it.
Just what do you expect after 25 years? Come on in. Come on in. Let's go home.
It's looking weird.
What if it bumped that control by accident? You'd be mincemeat by now. What have I told you?
All right, I guess I wasn't thinking.
You weren't thinking. You mean you'll work on engines and machinery and not think of your own personal safety? Here, shake hands with danger.
I'm thinking that instead of having like an open flame inside of this wooden caravan, it's actually going to be magic that heats up the cauldrons when you have just like rooms underneath. realistically, the back of this table should be a little more angled, but because of where I've got that support beam, I'm going to break the perspective just a tiny bit, so I don't get an immediate tangent with the corner.
What if it bumped that control by accident? You'd be mincemeat by now. What have I told you?
Alright, I guess I wasn't thinking.
You weren't thinking. You mean you'll work on engines and machinery and not think of your own personal safety? Here, shake hands with danger.
Public enemy number 3, 10 years ago, was released today from the federal penitentiary after serving 11 years of a 10-to-life sentence. To this day, $250,000 in gold bullion involved in the original crime has not been recovered. Police officials doubt the gold can be recovered, pointing out that should the gold found by traffic, the insurance company will have a full claim. $250,000 in gold in this used to be a file. Hey, I'd like to meet this guy.
Is it okay with you, sir?
Sure, kids, go ahead.
Thank you.
Pick something groovy, Alex.
groovy, Alex? Good golly, what is this? Wow. Pick something. I'm sorry. I need a few moments to just appreciate what I just heard in this Electro Swing remix. Pick something groovy, Alex. Alright, I think we're getting a good bass. Alright, so I think I'm going to stop streaming. I might go ahead and record the rest of it though. But yeah. Thanks for stopping by. Specifically Saponesh Kanguli. For the only person that stopped in to watch live, but yeah, if you're watching the VOD of this, I appreciate that as well. But yeah, I'm hoping to actually words. I'm hoping to record the rest of it, so I'll have the actual speed paint up at some point, but yeah, hopefully that'll come out soon. Thanks again for stopping by. See you next time.